This is me on a benzodiazepine called oxazepam. Look at my eyes. I am starting to get really tired. I think I took the benzo about 45 minutes, half an hour or an hour ago. And after I took the oxazepam, this is the first time my pain decreased in my arm after taking the benzo. Before that, it increased the pain. So when I was trying to go to sleep and I would take a pill, a benzo, I would feel the pain increase. But now that I took the benzo at about perhaps 6 or 5:30 or 5 p.m., I can put my hand straight again, almost straight. There is a bit of something, a bruise there, but I can straighten my arm. And this is great. I am rehabilitating myself. You can see from my eyes that I am stoned from a benzo. And actually, I used to have a person I knew, a man, who would routinely take medications and beer and coffee and tea and cannabis, and he said that sometimes when he used to be in a drug gang, they would take some amounts of a benzo if they did not have any cannabis available. But the benzo usually does not make a person hallucinate. It feels a bit like being drunk, but weirder. And a person on a benzo has the eyes like the lights are on, but nobody's home. And I'm not smiling much either. And I think the oxazepam benzo, the so-called PAM, not alam, like alprazolam, is a mood stabilizer, a sleeping aid, and worked for anxiety. It is not as strong as the other benzos, but I have kept my tolerance low because I do not take it so much anymore as I took years ago. And I keep away from the stronger benzos like clonazepam and chlordiazepoxide and diazepam and the others, and lorazepam, also known as chloroxazepam. And I am really medicated, and I am really thinking that I think this also has to do with the fact that I took paracetamol, also known as acetaminophen, 1500 milligrams earlier today. And then I was like, no more painkiller for me. I have taken half of the dose that I am allowed to take per day, because the maximum absolute maximum for acetaminophen, also known as paracetamol, is 3 grams a day, and I took 1.5 grams. So 3000 milligrams is the absolute daily maximum allowed dose of paracetamol, also known as acetaminophen. And oxazepam is so mild, somebody could take 75 milligrams per day, but usually only 15 milligrams at a time as a dose. And I'm really like reborn and looking at my environment and very interested in sources of light. But I am not hallucinating and I am not psychotic. And that's a bonus. And I am very happy that I can be medicated with medications that sedate me, so that I do not have to be pulling my hair out and hitting myself over the head and screaming and throwing televisions and guitars and coffee machines and everything and hitting myself against the wall and running into a wall and making a hole in the wall. When I was young, I would do all kind of stupid things. I would break computers and guitars and keyboards, and I would electrocute my electrical equipment if they were computer parts, because I was so out of my mind and not doing something I had no idea what I was doing, what I was about to do. I just tried all kinds of things, and now I am older and wiser and better medicated. So I would claim that a good medication is the kind of medication that helps a person live his or her life, or if the person is of another gender than female or male, the person's life with peace with his or her or themselves and their surroundings, including the apartment and friends and neighbors and relatives, friends and family and neighbors and the caretakers. I do not feel aggressive at all. I feel neutral. And that's a good thing. It is getting a bit late. 6:45 p.m. on a Tuesday evening, March the 8th day, 2022, Anno Domini. So, good evening, and when you finally go to sleep, good night.